Hello everybody, Patrick Nichols here, and I'm here with a 1969 Yenko Camaro that has been parked since 1978 and has recently surfaced here just outside of Indianapolis, Indiana. For those of you not familiar with a Yenko Camaro or a Yenko Chevelle or Nova, Don Yenko operated a Chevrolet dealership located in Canonsburg, Pennsylvania that provided performance enhancements for purchasers or buyers of cars that wanted to take their cars and have a ready-made, drag strip ready supercar with certain enhancements that were not available through the regular production through Chevrolet. In 1969, Mr. Yenko leveraged the 9561 COPO Central Office Production Order to have the L72 427 engine placed in the 69 Camaro. In previous years, he had to swap out the short block, the 396, 375, and put the 427 into these cars himself at the dealership. But in 1969, through use of the leverage of the COPO system, which was generally used for taxi cabs and fleet vehicles, Mr. Yenko convinced Chevrolet to put the L72 427 already in the car, and they showed up to his dealership with the 427 already in the engine bay. 201 of these Yenko Camaros were sold by Don Yenko in 1969. 30 of those were automatic, 171 were 4-speed. The one in front of you is one of 30. This is an automatic powered 1969 Camaro. And also, those of you who know, all of the VIN, the vehicle identification numbers to those 201 generally are published and known, and the VIN to this car does line up as one of the 201 that was sold through Don Yenko's Chevrolet dealership. And I will do a total walk around of this car for you. This is an unbelievable find. It's been parked since 1978 and has been just outside of Indianapolis, Indiana, its entire life. The owner has recently, sadly, passed away, and the car has surfaced for sale, but has been recently sold. You can see the car come finished in forest green color. You can see the 837 alternator, which is dated 9E23, which would be 1969, May 23rd. And the high performance deep groove pulley still in place. The correct alternator bracket without the hole for 69. The 824 BV pulley, if you can see the flat places in the pulley, the reinforcements, you see it's flat in places. That's the 69 pulley. That is correct for this car. Also, these cars came factory with a 4-core curved neck radiator, and that's in place. You see the high performance deep groove power steering pulley, and the 840 high performance square port heads are still in place on the car, 840, and they are dated May the 5th of 69. Really, really cool car. One of 30 automatics sold through Mr. Yenko's dealership in 1969. Again, all of these cars arrived as Central Office Production Order cars, 9561, and they also had the 9737 sports car conversion, which allowed for front and rear spoilers, 140 mile-an-hour speedometer, and some of those included a factory tack. I understand the early cars had a Stewart Warner tack. You can see the Yenko emblem that was placed on the car. And let's do a rundown of the cow tag, which I normally do. And you can see the 69 and the 12437 is the two-door sport coupe, NOR for Norwood, Ohio, and 36912 is the body number, trim 711. That's another key factor. All Yenko Camaros in 1969 were ordered with black interior only. 5757 will be forest green paint upper and lower. The build date is 07A, which would be July 1st week of 69. And then X44, that's very important. That means non-SS, non-Z28, which the COPO cars were designated with X44, and I understand some would have been X11 as well, which would have been the non-SS and the non-Z28 designation. And then the D80 is for the spoilers. So those two together, that's the RPO code D80 for the front and rear spoilers. Those two codes together help to designate this car as a central office production car because of it's a non-SS and a non-Z28 with front and rear spoilers. So that doesn't prove anything, but it is very helpful. And of course the VIN, vehicle identification number, which lines up on the published vehicle identification numbers, 124379 for 69, N for Norwood, and then the sequence 668616 is definitely one of the 201 Yenko Camaros. And I'll give you a look of the interior. And you can see the 140 mile per hour speedometer and factory tachometer, which would have been an option added to the sports car conversion 9737 COPO designation as well. And it's my understanding that these cars originally arrived to the Yenko dealership as automatic shift on the column shift and were converted to the floor at Yenko Chevrolet. Another interesting feature on this special car. Again, only 201 were sold through Don Yenko's Chevrolet dealership. Car seems to be in really nice shape. Again, parked since 1978, and an unknown Yenko. Doing my best to give you a good shot of the car as it has been found and been sitting all these years. And the owner had started a semi-restoration. Was going to restore the car, and again it sadly passed away, and this is the way the car is currently. These cars generally were made for racing, very collectible today. Again, one of 30 equipped with the Turbo 400 automatic. Like I said, they come from the factory with the L72 427 in 1969. In previous years, Mr. Yenko had to replace the short blocks the 396, 375 with the 427. But in 69, they came in directly from Chevrolet central office with the 427 already installed. Again, this car also has the heavy duty radiator and the Bob Edward, the BE code. Those in the know with these 69 Camaros are very familiar with the BE 410 posi traction rear axle, which this car does have. I've been under the car and located the stamp, which is dated June of 69. An unbelievable Camaro 427 COPO Camaro from Yenko Chevrolet. Don Yenko, and of course the Yenko cars had their stripes that were put on the hood and down the side of the car as well, with the Yenko badges. And here you can see some of the remnants of the original striping in the door jamb. One of 30 automatics, one of 7 green automatics, 1969 Yenko Camaros, right here, just outside of Indianapolis, Indiana. And again, for those of you who want to look up and reference the vehicle identification number, this is without the glare. There you go. An unknown car, parked since 1978. The license plate in the trunk area dated 1979. Again, I'm Patrick Nichols. I'm here with a 1969 Yenko Camaro that is an unknown car that has recently surfaced. Still has the original engine dated. The casting date on the engine is January of 69, late January. January the 28th, I believe. I've checked that as well. And the VIN stamp is by the oil filter boss, which I have checked as well. Car also has, still equipped with the flat bottom cowl induction air cleaner, which is normal for a 1969 or 70 model would have an indentation that runs the entire diameter of the circle. Really, really unbelievable car here, just outside of Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm Patrick Nichols. I hope you enjoyed the video of this barn find of this unbelievable Camaro. One of 201 ever from Don Yenko's shop, one of 30 automatics, and one of 7 green automatics. More videos on the way. Thanks.